Hello, hello, and welcome to Queen Astros Tarot. If you are here, it is because you want to know, I have a feeling, how the hell to detach from your outcome when you're trying to manifest somebody. I don't know why I just said somebody. It could be something, somebody, a situation, whatever it is. You've probably already done the whole research in terms of how to manifest. You know, logically, you know what to do, but for whatever reason, you feel like you cannot for the life of you detach from outcome. So that is what we are going to look at today, friends, to see how we can do that, because I totally get it. Been there, sometimes am there. I guess we're everywhere all at once anyway. And with that, let's dive right into it. We have 4 different piles to pick from, friends. I don't know why I started getting into the habit of saying friends. Maybe I'll pick a different word, but friends is just going to stick for now. Pile 1, we've got the sodalite crystal point. Can you see that? Is it clear? Pile 2, we have the lepidolite crystal point. Pile 3, we have the rose quartz crystal point. You can't really see the light, but I swear it's like a very faint pink hue. And then pile 4, we have the moss agate. See that? All right, so I'll let you have a minute to sit with the piles, see which one feels like the right one for you, if you will. And the timestamps for each pile will be in the description below. So I will see you at your piles. Bye, y'all. Hello, if you're here, you're pile 1, and you picked the sodalite crystal, which sometimes gets mistaken for lapis lazuli, but is not. But what's really interesting, pile 1, especially if you are having some difficulties detaching from the desired outcome of your manifestation, and sodalite is a very logic-based stone, or it can be rather. But it's also kind of about balancing that logic and sort of intuitive mind, like being able to let each one take the wheel when it needs to, sort of thing. And right now I feel like there might be a lack of balance for you, judging simply by the fact that you are here watching this. But also I feel like there is something too very romantic about you, pile 1. So maybe you are manifesting an SP or a specific person, or maybe just love in general you're manifesting, because it's also known as the poet's stone. So I think despite, you know, having this very like logical, I like to check off my boxes sort of mentality that I'm getting just from your stone choice alone, pile 1, I think you do have a romantic side. And I think that's why you do believe in manifesting, and you do want this to work so badly, but this like logic part of you is like, but this just doesn't make, this is cuckoo bananas. It doesn't make sense. So if that resonates with you, you're in the right pile, pile 1. I'm going to take a look at some tarot cards to get a full look at sort of how you can detach from the outcome, whatever your desired outcome is, in whatever situation you are trying to manifest, and how we can help you let go so it can actually, you know, come here and be in your 3D. And to be clear, I did pick the piles, or pick the cards beforehand, but I did not look at them, so it's a reveal for everyone. All right, so we've got the 7 of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, okay, the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so already I'm seeing you're like a very diligent hard worker, like somebody you're like, if I line everything up, it should work. But right now there's confusion as to why that isn't happening. Let's keep going, and then we'll delve a little more in pile 1. The 8 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. And then the 7 of Wands, also in reverse. Interesting. A lot of swords, a lot of just like fast energy here too as well. Pile one, and kind of what I'm getting is that is usually how you operate, is again a very logical sort of mindset, especially with the Emperor in reverse. If it were upright, it'd be, you know, usually this sort of masculine willpower, or, you know, force or determinism, or determination rather, not determinism. This steady step by step by step usually gets you what you want, but right now there's a frustration because that is not what is happening, pile one. Especially here we see with this is the 8, right? I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. Yes, the 8 of swords in reverse. There's a sense of isolation, almost like a self-inflicted one even, as you try to figure this out. I don't know if you can see, but like literally the eyes being stabbed right in the eyeball. The eyes being stabbed right in the eyeball, she said. But it's the only sword that's facing them. So it feels like there's a self-inflicted sort of torture happening in terms of, why isn't my usual method working? It's betrayed me, right? With the 7 of swords, we have a bit of a betrayal. This sort of logic that usually helps me get everything what I want isn't working. And you almost want to give up is what I'm seeing. Like, why persevere, right? Pile one. If I'm doing all the steps right and it's betraying me, like my logic is betraying me, is sort of what I'm getting, pile one. Let's look at the Crow Tarot and see, get a little more insight. This is kind of what's stopping you from detaching. Let's see how you can detach. All right, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. The 7 of Cups in reverse. A lot of reversals. The 7 of Swords also in reverse. Wow, we've got the 7 of Swords twice. Interesting. 10 of Swords also in reverse. And then, oh, look at, wow, the Sun. I'm starting to see here too, in terms of taking steps, and with the 7 of Cups in reverse, like there's so many choices or quote unquote methods to manifesting or bringing in your desired reality. And I think maybe because you are a logic-minded person, before diving into everything, you're like, I'm going to research everything and, you know, make sure I know exactly what I'm doing because I just want to get her done, sort of thing. But with all these choices, all these methods, I think you've been sort of inundated with logic, and that's kind of what's been hurting you and setting you back a little bit. Pile one. Just really quickly checking the guidebook. I want to see something about the Knight of Wands in reverse to kind of clarify everything I'm seeing. And while I'm paging through this, if this is resonating with you, please let me know in the comments. If you feel like letting us know what you're trying to manifest, or what you are manifesting, I want to say try, what you are bringing into your life, let us know in the comments. Yeah. Oh, right? You're like, why even persevere anymore? In the guidebook, it says, reverse the Knight of Wands serves as a warning to look out for someone who is impatient to a fault. He too often overlooks important information, and as a result, many of his plans end in failure. So for you, pile one, I don't think it's so much lack of planning, because I do kind of get this like very methodical sort of energy from you. Like you have exhausted everything very quickly too. Like with the Swords energy, you've jumped into this very, very quickly, is what I'm getting, pile one. And the good news is, because you have, you know, absorbed all this information so quickly and taken everything in so wholly, you know, from so many different sources, I think you'll just, it sounds so silly, but it's like, now just throw it all away. But you'll see, like, whether you're new or to the manifestation game or have been doing it for a while, at the end of the day, every manifestation technique is the same, right? It's to get you in the feel state of normalizing your desire as your reality, right? So I think while you have tried these steps, like you've like maybe you're like, I've done 2-cup method, I've done literal witchcraft, I've done 369 method or whatever. Especially with the 7 of Swords in reverse, it feels like I've been trying to carry so much and kind of get away with deceiving like the world or something and tricking the world into being the way I want it to be, but that's not how manifesting works. Whoa, that just came. Whoa, okay. Pile 1, yeah, you're trying to trick the universe, be like, ha ha ha, I did it. Like, I got you, subconscious, I got you. I learned all these things. Look at me go. That has to die. And I'm just laughing because I've been in the same boat, babe. Like, you're like, really? All right. But the good news is, I think it's going to be, because it is in reverse, the 10 of Swords, the cycle is complete. The cycle of you kind of running in circles is complete. Pile 1. And it's really just about release for you now. Like, you've done all the groundwork is there. Like, the seed is planted. It's got all the fertilizer in it. Everything looks great. You just need to walk away from it for now. And then look, hello, friggin' sun. Are you kidding me? How beautiful is this? Like, literally, that is your result. Pile 1. Sorry, I'm just looking at this sun card, really. It's just so beautiful. Like, could you get a more positive card? No. But just to sort of tie up your reading, Pile 1, I do want to pull a card from the Celtic Tree Oracle and give a message from the Celtic Tree Oracle, because I think they're very beautiful, and hopefully it'll give you any further advice on how to just let go, babe. Just let go. Like, everything's done. Everything's already created. Like, that's something, everything's already done. You don't have to do anything. Everything's already done. Okay, and you got the Idwa White Poplar or Aspen, number 19. Breaks down to 20 or 2. Yeah, so I think you're, like, there's some balance you're manifesting. Maybe it is a partnership. Again, we have the wands and a lot of passion. Something you're very passionate about. Obviously, that's why you're manifesting it. But I'm going to take a look at the guidebook, because I really love each of the different Celtic Tree Oracle cards comes with a message from Spirit, and they're just always they always get me at the right time, and hopefully this will get you at the right time too, Pile 1. Yeah, interesting. Keywords are adversity, endurance, determination, spiritual strength, the small voice of God, guidance, encouragement, courage, protection, rebirth, right? With, like, literally night to day. Rebirth, sacrifice. Okay, here is the message from the Spirit. We are the poplar and the aspen. Our leaves whisper to you in the breeze. When our leaves turn colors in the fall, they are flames against the sky. We burn with intent. Take a moment to enjoy the experience of autumn before we lose all of our foliage, hello, and stand barren in winter's cold. Now take a moment to notice what cycle you're in within your own life. Is it fall or winter for you right now? Challenges, loss, and endings are part of the cycle of life. Perhaps this is a time to let go of what has no further use in your life, right? Like these methods or what have you. Challenges, loss, and endings are part of the cycle of life. Perhaps this is a time to let go of what has no further use in your life. Perhaps it is time to let go of regret and loss. Let go of that which hinders and harms. Let go of relationships and dreams that are over or complete. And to be clear, I don't think this means give up on this manifestation or Spirit saying it's not for you, because if you're manifesting, you should be able to get whatever the frig you want, right? So when dreams that are over or complete, I kind of see that as this version of you that's pining for something. It's gone. Like, that version got you to where you want to be. It told you this is what you wanted. Now that version of you can let that version go and step into the version that has it. Let go of your leaves like we do. You will grow new ones, right? The new ones you freaking want, dude. Go into the silence as you prepare for winter. Take stock of your life. You've produced so much. Now let it all go so you can begin again. Be in the present moment. What is there left to do? Tie up loose ends. Forgive yourself and others, right? Let go of this past you that doesn't have this for whatever reason. Now is the time to prepare the garden by taking out the refuse and the dead. Make a clean space and leave it fallow so you can begin to contemplate what you will plant. We represent preparation for the new cycle, which will always come. Right? So it's saying it'll always come. So once you plant it, it's done, because now you need to start planting the next thing. Does that make sense, pile one? You're going to get it. Whatever it is you're manifesting, you're going to get it. You just need to let go of this notion that I have to do X, Y, and Z, and then I will get it. It's already done. It's already made. It's already created. You've done all the steps. And you don't need to wait. You just need to be it. It's done. Sorry, it came out a little forceful, but that was just, I kept hearing it. So I'm going to conclude your reading there, pile one. If this resonated with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you being here, and I wish you nothing but success in terms of manifesting everything you friggin' want, baby, because guess what? You deserve it. All right, bye, pile one. Hello, if you're here, you picked pile two with the lepidolite. It's a very pretty stone. I remember hearing once that it was known as the teacher's stone. I don't remember why I heard that. But it is a stone of transition, which, hello, you're trying to manifest. That makes sense. And it's a stone that helps bring a sort of inner peace and harmony. Like I get very, like woo-woo vibes. I don't know why I said woo-woo, but woo-woo. But not in a, spiritual bypass way. In a, I've been doing this for a while sort of way, if that makes sense. Pile two. It's like a very soothing and calming stone. And maybe you are feeling kind of anxious about this manifestation or what you're trying to bring in, or it's hard for you to detach from outcome because you're seeing the opposite of what you want. I don't know why I got that, but maybe you're in that situation. Pile two, that might just be for some people. But we're going to look at the tarot cards to kind of take a look at. I've got two decks here. I pre-pulled them, but I have not looked at them, so it's a reveal for all of us to kind of look at what it is that's preventing you from detaching from the outcome of your manifestation, and what you can do to sort of alleviate or, work with energies to stop being stagnant so you can be where you want to be who you want to be. So let's hop right into it. We've got the Five of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups. All right, I'm feeling like this might be about a relationship or an SP or a specific person. It doesn't have to be, but already off the bat, getting a lot of emotion vibes. I just keep hearing Carly Rae Jepsen. All that we can do with this emotion, Oh, she rules. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Son of Swords or the Knight of Swords, also in reverse. And then the Father of Swords. Interesting. So pile two, kind of what I'm getting is, I'm getting a story, so this might not be everybody, but I do feel like this is about a person that you're trying to manifest back into your life, as what I'm getting. Just because I feel like there's this sense of regret or loss of something that was once had, especially with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the sort of idea of having it all in the material plane that was somehow taken away. And when I see the Son of Swords or the Knight of Swords in reverse, I always talk about it when I see this card, is how the Knight's third eye is crying and the Knight's looking one way, but the third eye is looking the other way. So that tells me that, words or communications weren't lined up with intentions. And especially right here when you've got the Father of Swords, with blood hanging off the sword, or just red goo. Who knows, blood or red goo. With intellect, like a razor sharp wit. So I feel like for you, pile 2, and you feel like you had something, like again with this 2 of Cups here, like this connection was very strong, like, and there was like sort of everything there. And maybe some words were exchanged that were very cutting, hastily too, with the Knight of Swords in reverse, like quick words that sort of escaped either party's mouth before really realizing what was being said. Is kind of what I'm getting, pile 2. But let's take a look at the Crow Tarot to see, and even if, just to back up a little bit, actually, even if this isn't about a specific person, and you're like, Astro, this is about my work thing. It doesn't have to be about a specific person. Again, this is a general reading. So take what resonates with you. I don't know why I felt compelled to say it, but there you go. All right, so we've got the Crow Tarot. We've got the 5 of Wands. 2 5s. Strife, yeah. The 3 of Pentacles. Trying to make sure I have enough room for everything. The 4 of Swords. The Hermit. Wow, okay. That confirms this for me, hold on. And then the 9 of Pentacles, wow. Well, this is a lovely reading, pile 2. So far, pretty positive readings. All 2 of them. But what I'm seeing here, pile 2, is that, yeah, there was some strife or some sort of argument or some sort of thing that happened in terms of a relationship being severed that to you, even in your wildest dreams, you can't wrap your head around how either you could forgive this person or they could forgive you. Like you're really still very hurt, or I'm getting it's you more than them. And I'm not saying they're not hurt. But you are kind of caught up in the 3D. You are caught up thinking about this past, this strife, this what if we could have, if only, like, I could have reversed this wheel just like a little bit, if only I hadn't said this tiny thing, like, if I only had, been a little more intelligent, for lack of a better word. I feel like there's only, like, a lot of, like, shoulda, woulda, coulda is happening here. But then what I'm seeing with what you should do to kind of detach from this outcome, pile 2, is to stop thinking about that one. Because right now I'm getting, you're kind of really hung up on the past. And what could have happened. Like if only, I keep hearing, if only I'd done this one little thing. And in order to rebuild, I love this 3 of Pentacles because it's a very, like, a brand new start sort of card. And it's about, collaboration and teamwork. And for me, that's about taking some action on the physical plane. So maybe if you feel like you can't let go, maybe also it's a 3, maybe it's about, like, having a third party. And by a third party, I mean, like, a therapist or a friend who, like, you trust to have a very, very objective opinion to kind of weigh in on the situation. Is also, like, in order to let go on the spiritual plane, you also have some, like, work on the material realm, and that could be in the form of, like, a third party, or, like, again, like an objective party. I don't mean like a third party, like, interrupting a relationship. I mean, an outside party, if you will. Someone who doesn't know you and can't put their own, assumptions about you into their interpretation of your current situation. And then here, after, getting that clarification in the material world, for lack of a better term, you've got the 4 of Swords and the Hermit, which is all about, this rest, this taking this moment to lie down. And when do you ever see crows lie down? I have never seen one unless it was unfortunately deceased. And I feel like people usually don't see you do that, pile two. You're not somebody to take a break in whatever is going on, but you do need to take that break and sort of, after, you know, letting go of the past, or maybe in order to let go of the past, you do need to kind of retreat and go into that sort of hermit mode. And I don't mean like isolate in the sense of like, I'm just not going to shower for days and I'll just work from home and blah, blah, blah. Like, don't, you know, go into full-blown depression or anything like that. But, you know, start to kind of realize what things trigger you into this sort of fight or flight mode. And maybe sort of keep away from situations that really exhaust you for a while. Just because I feel like that just puts you back to square one in terms of like, oh, I knew this couldn't happen. I knew I couldn't manifest this into my life, if that makes sense. So I'm getting a lot of like, just retreat for a while and like be able to recognize those triggers in the material world and how to retreat from them safely. Because then, hello, you've got, what a beautiful card, the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, completion and getting everything you want in the material plane, pretty much. I just want to clarify really quickly from, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. The Crow Tarot also has a guidebook that's so, so pretty. And if this is resonating with you, let me know in the comments for sure. I'm very interested to hear. And if you feel like sharing what you're manifesting, if you want to affirm for it in the comments, I manifest at times a billion with you. Seriously, you got this. You got it. Anyway, back to going through this book, which for some reason I can never figure out the order of how they list the suits. Let's see. Yeah, near completion of a goal or objective that will be successful once finished. It may also point to a life of wealth and comfort, both materially and emotionally, right? So like, hello, I just want to make sure I wasn't just making that up because it's a pretty card. Yeah, you'll have like total emotional, material fulfillment. But I do think there's there's a little work that has to be done on the material plane of your brain, if that makes sense. So don't just, there's something that has to be let go from the past. Some maybe hurtful or spiteful words that, left people licking their wounds a little bit or going if onlys. That needs to be let go, and that might require some work in the material realm. And that could even just be like, journaling, just figuring out what these triggers are, sort of thing, and being able to not isolate completely, but, shield yourself from them as necessary as you continue to build faith, this manifestation, and then you get it, baby. But before we close your reading pile 2, I'm going to pull a card from the Celtic Oracle because I just think they're very, very beautiful. Or the Celtic Tree Oracle, excuse me. And each spirit has a message. So what is pile 2? Any other advice for pile 2 as they manifest? All right, we got the Tin Holly. I love this deck. It's so pretty. I'll put it in the description. This comes with this gorgeous book as well. Tin Holly 8, but then again, I see number 8, sort of like an infinity sign, that completion. It reminds me a lot of the Magician as well. So you have this in you, pile 2, this ability, but there is something you have to let go. Let's see what the message is from Spirit. I'm the sturdy Tin Holly, and where I grow, you can expect my protection, right? That's sort of being able to retreat when needed. If you find yourself in need of safety, imagine my shiny, sharp leaves. In your mind, grow a hedge of my trees around you. Allow me to protect and guard you. And if you feel dispirited, imagine my bright red berries and evergreen leaves that promise life, even in the dead of winter. I am a tree that promises renewal. I'm here to remind you that this too shall pass. Right? So you got to let the thing pass. I also represent wholeness. In the Egyptian temple at Kam Ombo, there's a seat placed at the building's very center. One side of the temple is dedicated to Horus, the god of light. The other is dedicated to Sobek, the god of chaos. But from that central seat, the seat of neutrality, right? And you can't be neutral if you're still holding on to this pile too. You can begin to understand wholeness, which allows you to move through situations with less judgment and attachment. Right? We want to detach. That's the whole purpose of being in this reading. Try sitting in the seat while you consider your situation. Right? Again, like that third party, that neutral party. If you're placing your attention on the darkness in your life, Return your mind to neutral. Breathe in unity. Breathe in wholeness. Holy smokes, pile 2. I don't know if I can say it any better than that. So I will leave you with it. Thank you so much for being here. I genuinely wish you the best of luck in manifesting what you're manifesting. It's already done. I like to remind people that it's already done. You just have to be like ready to accept it. And again, if you enjoyed this or this resonated with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Really like doing a little energy exchange, if you will. And I will see you next time. Bye, pile 2. Hello. If you were here, it's because you picked pile 3 with the rose quartz. If you can see it. And most people know what rose quartz is for, quote unquote, but just in case you're new to the crystal game, rose quartz is absolutely a stone of love and healing in the heart chakra, and I just warm and fuzziness and just really protective and glowy is kind of how I think of it. It's very much like a, I don't want to call it a starter pack crystal because it is an amazing crystal, but it is one that, you know, anyone who collects crystals has a rose crystal. But I get within that choice too, I do get that you are like a classic romantic sort of person. And that doesn't mean you're necessarily manifesting something romantic related. It could be, but I do get that like you do believe in magic and like you are very excited about manifestation. And I'm getting sort of like there's a genuine confusion like as to why things aren't just snapping into place faster in terms of your manifestation, because you genuinely do believe in, like, you are like, there's no doubt in your mind, or that's what you feel is kind of what I'm getting pile 3. But let's take a look at the tarot cards to kind of see how you can detach from your outcome to kind of help your manifestation. We've got 2 decks here. In the first deck, we're going to look at, you know, what is preventing you from detaching, and then the second deck, the Crow Tarot, will look at how to help you detach, you know? And I think I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I pre-drew the cards, but I've not looked at them, so it's a reveal for all of us. All right, you've got the 4 of Wands. And this is the Holly Simple Tarot. The 6 of Wands in reverse. The 6 of Cups in reverse. The World in reverse. And then the 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. Part of me wishes that it was, because you've got 4, 6, 6, World, 4. I wish it was 4, 6, World, 6, 4. Like, you know, I wish it was a pattern. And I feel like that's kind of like what you're to. You're like, oh, like, I'm so, like, because the 6 of Wands is usually about victory, pile 3. And I feel like usually you're like, I am very confused. Like, the world is up down. You're like, I don't get why this isn't working. And I understand that confusion. Yeah, like with the Wands, it's like you're in harmony with your passions. Like the 4 of Wands is, you know, a very stable, secure card, but that victory isn't coming for you, which is confusing. It's one of those things where, like, literally, like, you press the microwave and you're like, why isn't it working? Like, that's the genuine level of confusion you have, or that's what I'm feeling pile 3. But I'm wondering here, with the 6 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles is about, like, a possessiveness. I'm wondering if there was, like, I feel like you believe in this magic, like, you're like, yeah, I know what fucking rose quartz is because I have a bazillion, like, you've been doing this for a long time. You believe in magic. You've seen it happen. You've had past victories. But I think pile 3, what I'm hearing is whatever sort of method, for lack of a better word, you used in the past, whatever, like, you're holding on to that method, like, tried and true, whether it's, you know, I do sigil magic, or I just do sats, or whatever it is that you like to do. Like, you've contemplated it. You've come up with a system of success in the past but holding on to it for whatever reason isn't serving you the way it used to. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it's not. Pile 3 is what I'm kind of getting. So let's take a look at the Crow Tarot to see how you can sort of navigate this and detach from, because if you feel like, well, how can I detach from outcome if I did, you know? So let's get a little more clarification from the Crow Tarot. You've got the 3 of Cups, celebration. 4 of Wands, 2 4 of Wands, holy smokes. You've got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Cups. And the Hierophant. Huh. I'm gonna look at, just because you do have 2 4 of Wands, I do want to see what the Crow Tarot specifically interprets this as, just because because 2 of them is just very interesting to me. 2 crows harmoniously chatter as they celebrate the end of another beautiful day. The 4 of Wands denotes a time of peace and harmony, especially regarding home and family, right? Predicts a joyous occasion such as a birth or wedding could be on the horizon. It's a reminder to connect with those who bring you joy and happiness into your life. Throw a dinner party, arrange for a backyard barbecue, or have friends over. It may not feel like it at the moment, but you will soon have a reason to celebrate. Oh, okay. Okay. Here's what I'm getting, pile 3. Yeah, you're feeling kind of like out in the cold in the sense that like this method or whatever, however you used to manifest whatever it is you're trying to get isn't working. So naturally you're kind of attaching a little bit to outcome, like, what the hell? Like, hello, this should be working. But I'm also getting here that there kind of has been a sort of putting your life on pause until this thing comes into your life. Like, there's so much you have worth celebrating. Sort of the 3 of Cups, like such a full, happy party city, baby, sort of card. You've got the 4 of Wands twice. And I think with the 5 of Coins in reverse, it's like you're waiting. Hello, 3 4 5, and the 5 is in reverse. Wow, I don't know, I just noticed that. The next step can't come if you're waiting for it, which I know sounds so counterintuitive and silly. But if you're just in stasis right now, if you're like, okay, I did the steps, and like, say you're trying to manifest, I don't know, a new job. You really want a new job. Or, yeah, we'll just say new job. And, you did all your manifesting techniques, and you put a bunch of resumes out there for like 10 jobs that you really, really like. And you haven't heard anything back in a month from any of them. But you're like, you know what? Nope, I did the work already. I'm just gonna sit here and go about my business. Sort of thing. But I think this is calling for you to be a little smarter, or not smarter, but a little more regulatory with your emotions, pile 3 with the King of Cups. Saying you can't just the world doesn't just go on pause until this thing shows up in your life. There are rules, there are regular, like the world keeps spinning, whether you're participating in it or not. Pile 3. So kind of what I'm getting ultimately for you is to sort of, gratitude is definitely something that will help you, like for what you have now, will kind of help you shake any sort of attachment to the outcome or sort of frustration that whatever you've done in the past isn't working in the way it did before. Pile 3. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm getting here. But just to close up your reading, I'm going to pull an oracle from the Celtic Tree Oracle, just to kind of give like any sort of final advice on how to detach from this outcome so you can bring into your life your manifestation, because you deserve it. Pile 3. Let's see what the Celtic Tree Oracle has to say. Pile 3. What does he have to do to detach Toad Grove. 21. And already I'm seeing with this, like, you don't just stand still on a path, you keep moving. You know, you do all of these things that to help manifest, or, you know, to manifest what you want, but you keep walking. You don't pause. You don't wait in the past till a future arrives. That sounded pretty cool. I think that sounded pretty cool. Just came out of my brain. Not to brag, pile 3. But I'm going to read you from the Celtic Tree Oracle. Each of the trees have a message, and I want to read it to you just to leave you on a final sort of advice note on how to detach from outcome for your manifestation. We are the grove, and we send you love. We hold you and ground you. What is your favorite grove? Wherever it is, a grove of trees is a holy place. Make time to find a group of trees and sit among them, feeling their sacred energy. Or simply close your eyes and imagine yourself standing in a grove of your favorite trees. Attune yourself to the inner silence and open the portal of the grove with an invitation. Ask the trees if they will spend some time with you. We appreciate such an invitation. We lead you straight into your heart and into the realm of no space and no time, at the dimensions of higher love, understanding, insight, and possibility. Feel into this dimension. From here, we can direct you towards people, places, and situations that will bless you. Right? Like, so you have to keep moving. That's what I'm hearing, pile 3. We can guide you towards your own expression of divinity. We can help you contemplate the mysteries and the magic of existence. This place is always available to you. We invite you to come and sit with us at any time you so desire. Here at the portal of the grove, and within your own heart, we invite you to open to the light. We come from expanded awareness, and we return to expanded awareness. This is available to you as well. Do not fear. Sit quietly, and we will help you recognize and align to your sacred purpose. We will help you to stay in your true path and know your power as a spiritual being. Here in the holy darkness of the closing of the Celtic year, breathe in the deep, chilling air and give your gratitude, right? Like, you got a lot going for you, and that's going to help you sort of let go. Light a candle and know that you are a flame of love and purpose. We will help you to grow in your resolve. We will help you know exactly what is right for you in the next moment and all moments to come. All right, pile 3, that does conclude your reading. I hope that it resonated with you and brought you some clarity into how to detach from outcome. And you have it. It's already done. Whatever you want to manifest, it's already created. You have it. I have nothing but faith in you. But yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. If it resonated, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the drill. And I will talk to you next time. Bye, pile 3. Hello. If you were here, you picked pile 4 with the moss agate. It's a very pretty stone. I love moss agate. It's a very balancing stone, especially if you find that you can either lean too aggro / masculine, or too nurturing / feminine. It really does bring those energies into a nice balance, or to keep one from going to the extreme sort of thing. It helps us sort of, I think of moss, how it just grows on a tree and just does its thing. It helps us kind of retreat and just remember to just kind of be, if that makes sense. Pile 4. So yeah, I'm getting like you're a very naturey sort of person. Maybe you talk to your plants like I do. But let's see. I've got 2 tarot decks, pile 4, to kind of look at. One, what is helping you? What is hindering you from detaching from outcome of your manifestation? And then the second deck, the Crow Tarot, we will look at how to help you detach so you can get what you want. Because guess what? We all deserve what we friggin' want, baby. And I don't think I said this in the intro, so sorry if I didn't. I'm repeating myself, but I pulled the cards ahead of time. I did not look at them, so it's a reveal for all of us, my friends. All right, we've got the Mother of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles. The Hermit in reverse. The Empress. Ooh, big vibes here, pile 4. Big vibes. Big old vibes. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. and the Three of Wands upright. I'm just gonna move my salt lamp a little bit, which I realized I didn't even turn on. Oh my gosh. That's okay. Yes, I'm getting a very, like I said, with this moss agate pile 4, very naturey vibes from you. Very, you have retreated in the past. Like you've sort of, I don't want to say mastered the material realm with the Queen of Pentacles. But again, there is a sort of maternity to you. There's a very maternal energy with this. And again, it doesn't, you know, it could be for any gender. Very nurturing energy about you. And I think that might have kind of thrown you out of balance a little bit. And again, hello, with the Empress, like literally they're cradling a womb. And especially with the, like, you've got 2 upside down triangles. Like, I feel like there was just like literally like trying to stand on your head to sort of keep a balance, or keep like, okay, I think I know what's happening. I feel like you, pile 4, are kind of in this mindset where like you are a very nurturing person, but sometimes that nurturing can turn into, or can be, and not turn into, but, you know, can bleed into sort of a spiritual bypass, or like, because what I'm hearing right here is like, I don't know how to say it, but holistically with these 5 cards, I'm hearing that right now there's only room for happiness in your life, and which is, you know, obviously something you want to manifest and, you know, affirm for, but not in the sense where it's, you know, toxic positivity, where if you do have a, you know, a counteracting thought or a negative thought, it like literally just throws you for a loop and you're like, nope, nope, nope. Like, you know, like I'm being very protective sort of vibes, pile 4, which is good. Like, obviously, like, you know, if you're trying to, you know, manifest an SP or something, and, you know, there's going to be a triggering situation, maybe don't go to that situation, you know, don't go to that event or whatever, you know, like until you're mentally in the right headspace. Not to say that you shouldn't protect yourself, but I'm getting a sort of, almost like, especially with this, look at this 3 of Wands. This one is the only one with eyes closed, and it's kind of like in the dark. Usually it's about preparation, and I feel like you're like, I need to prepare my mind. I need to only have good thoughts. I need to only like be lovey-dovey, woo-woo in order to bring this in. But I think some of that is kind of wearing you out a little bit, because that is exhausting, being that happy all the time. I don't know how people friggin' do it. Because nobody is happy all the time. That's the reason, pile 4. It's because nobody does it. Hold on, my dogs might be fighting. Okay, now they're not fighting. See, even there, my dogs get along all the time, and sometimes they fight. But pile 4, let's look in, that's kind of what I'm getting, is there's a sort of like, I gotta be serene, happy. I've got to be like the image of somebody who would receive something good. Guess what? People who look like garbage, or, you know, don't have the vibe or the woo-woo, or not the vibe, but, you know, the aesthetic, if you will. People still get what they want because they use the law to their advantage. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, or I don't want to say it doesn't matter what you're feeling, but this appearance of looking happy all the time doesn't need to happen. It's kind of what I'm getting, pile 4. But let's take a look at the Crow Tarot to kind of see how to sort of alleviate this attachment to your outcome, and how to get what you want in your life. Okay, the 3 of Swords. Interesting. And to me, this is always, not always, but I always, you know, consider it a heartbreak card. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be, again, 3, 3, 3, 3. Maybe this was a third-party situation. And it doesn't have, again, it doesn't have to be a romantic one, but it could be like, you know, like it was you and another candidate for a job. Or you and another friend up for a job. You know, like something where you felt betrayed. And I feel like you're kind of being like, la, 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 la. Like, if I want to change it, I'm just pretending it didn't happen. Eyes are closed. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. Let's see. Queen of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands. Wow, all of these readings have been very positive in the sense that pile 4, they all come with this like sense of completion, because the Nine of Wands is about this sense of resilience even. I really quickly want to look at, because the Page of Cups here, usually when it's right side up, it's, you know, being able to see a new opportunity, or being able to see things through the eyes of a child, you know, with a naivety, if you will. But in reverse, and especially with this vibe right here, I'm not saying like, I don't know why the image of, you know, before I say this, preface with, don't change yourself to accommodate somebody else. You know what I mean? But I keep thinking of, you know, Sandy in Greece, where she goes from like good girl to bad girl. I'm not saying, again, not saying to change for whatever you're trying to manifest, unless you want to, unless that's genuinely what you want. But this trying, this woo-woo, this, and again, I want to backtrack, meditate. Like, I meditate every day. Like, you know, do what you have to do to take care of yourself and have a serene mind. But don't feel the pressure to feel serene all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to be mad. You're allowed to be like, no, it's bullshit that I have to be happy all the time. Like, no. Like, I'm not going to be wondrous, like a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed all the time. Like, you don't have to be perfect for things to come through. And I think that's kind of what happens with the Queen of Wands. Like, this is telling you to, like, to have that exuberance. Like, you're allowed to feel your feelings, even if they are, you know, kind of pissy or upset or petty. Like, allow yourself to kind of delve into that feeling, because once you get over this, like, la 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 la, you know, like trying to just ignore the past or ignore the circumstances or ignore whatever undesirable thing that's happening in your life because you're trying to manifest, or you want to manifest, or you are manifesting. You know, I don't want to use any verbiage that determines you're never getting it. But you're just putting it back behind. It's like, literally, like, imagine, like, when I'm not saying you, like, royal you, anyone you, if it's like just pushing something back down underwater that floats like a toy or something, like, it's slowly but surely gonna just like float back up to the surface, and then you like push it back down. And that's what's happening when you're pushing back down this negative emotion, or this heartbreak, or this betrayal that you did feel. And I think the Queen of Wands is like telling you to be like, have an exuberance about it. Like, whether that's like, I'm gonna write a song about it, or I'm gonna rant to a friend about it, you know, release that emotion or that anger. I'm kind of getting pile 4. Like, I'm really getting that there's a sense of like unresolved frustration with the situation that, yeah, like, obviously you don't want to, you know, hang on it for weeks, but not, you know, pressing it back for a month, sure as shit isn't getting you anywhere, right? Sorry, not to come off super, super harsh. I want to look up really quickly the King of Wands in reverse in the guidebook, because I want to kind of see underneath the... Yeah, that your hasty decision making will negatively impact your plans, right? Like, so I'm getting like that sort of like, nope is just not going to get you what you want. But then you have, ending your reading, the Nine of Wands, which is like about like, oh, after all of this like friggin' effort, like, look at this crow laying down, like this last obstacle before moving forward. And I think that's kind of like that's what this is saying, pile 4, is like, this is the last obstacle before that manifestation does come into your life, is really just blowing off some steam in whatever capacity that means. You know, obviously do it in a safe and quote unquote productive manner. You know, like write a letter to this person that you're mad at, or this situation, and throw it in the trash, or, you know, burn it in a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that energy release, because the Zen act is an act. Pile 4. And even if you're like, I'm not acting, like, maybe that, if you're like, I genuinely feel happy, maybe there's just some unresolved anger about the situation that you should, and I know, like, I don't want to like be like, you know, healing to manifest is like a long and arduous journey, because literally you can manifest whatever the hell you want so fast. But if you find have been stuck, that might be something worth exploring. So pile 4, really quickly before I conclude your reading, I'm going to draw one last card from the Celtic Tree Oracle deck because they have very beautiful messages from tree spirits to give you a last final closing advice on how to detach from outcomes so you can get the manifestation that you frankly deserve. All right, here we go. Ooh, I love this one. More of the sea. This is my favorite one in this deck, pile 4. Literally, my heart just, like, I just feel so warm and fuzzy seeing that. This is good. I mean, they're all great cards, but let's see what the guidebook says. Yeah, keyword, journey or pilgrimage, ocean, water, the mysteries, emotion, healing. So again, some sort of healing. Here's the message from this card, which again, just want to show you again because wow. It's just so like awe-inspiring, like literally awesome. Like when people say awesome all the time, but like this is awesome. Like this sea is awesome. I am more the sea. I am the river, the lake, the pond, the brook, the stream, the waterway, the sea, and the ocean. I am the well. I am the water within your body and in your blood. I am the rain and the storm and your tears. I am life. I am your past, present, and future. I am all time and beyond time. I am your soul's journey. I am with you at the beginning, at birth, and remain with you to your ending, at death. I never cease to be. I go on forever, from form to form. I am consciousness and the formless. I am the God and the goddess, and I sustain you. I am the source and the animating mystery and power of life. You are a vessel for me. You are an expression of me. I am in love with you. I am without judgment, as I can only give you unconditional love. Allow your life and love to flow. Allow my spirit to love through you so that you can forgive yourself and others. Right? We're about letting go. Allow this flow to nurture you and nourish you. Drink deeply at the well of your soul and know that you are on purpose. Take shelter in my love, in my wisdom, and in my guidance. Let me fill you with refreshment and allow me to quench the thirst of your soul. I am always here. I am always everywhere. I am the center and the circumference, and I bless you. I am here to remind you that you too are indeed a loving God or goddess with great power and potential. Here as a steward to Mother Earth to create healing and beauty. It is only but one choice away from manifestation at any moment. Whew. Okay, I got goosebumps. Pile 4. Wow. I'm going to leave it there just because that's so freaking powerful, just like you. And if this resonated with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. And I truly, truly wish you all the best in manifesting your desires because you absolutely deserve it. All right, bye, Pile 4.